Handheld gaming has completely changed the way that I play games. And it's not just being able to take your games anywhere, even though that's a huge part of it, but weirdly enough, it's all the things that you can do when you're not using them as a handheld. Look, over the years, I bought gaming laptops in the past, and for some odd reason, they always ended up collecting dust. But when it came to handhelds, now I'm looking for controllers, docks, eGPU, cases, you name it. I'm always trying to figure out ways how I can turn this little thing into a full-fledged gaming setup. And recently, UPERFECT sent me a product that has sparked the idea for this video. And this product is their 19-inch Blaze gaming monitor. And yeah, a 19-inch portable monitor sounds a little ridiculous, but after using it, it perfectly explains why I've been enjoying handheld gaming so much more than when I had a laptop, desktop, or even a console. So let me explain. The biggest thing that handhelds have taught me is how much I value versatility and flexibility. And some examples are, if I'm sitting on the couch, I can just grab my handheld and play. That's easy and straightforward. But then maybe I wanna play on my TV, so I dock it. But then maybe I want a controller to get competitive on Apex, so I grab my Xbox controller, and it's on. Or maybe I'm at my desk and want more performance. Then I just grab this handheld and connect it to an eGPU. All of these are examples of what I think makes this era of handheld gaming so freaking cool. And you're starting with this tiny little computer, and then you decide what you want it to become. Which brings me to this accessory and why I think it pairs well with handhelds. This is the UPERFECT Blaze. It's a 19-inch QLED portable monitor with a 4K resolution up to 144 Hertz. And when UPERFECT reached out to me about this 19-inch monitor, its size is what actually caught my attention. It was such a sweet spot because it's smaller than the standard 24-inch monitor people have and right above the 16-inch portable monitors that I've used in the past. And I'm big on external monitors, and they are in my everyday carry, and they are great. And this one right here is right at the limit to fit in a backpack. So pretty much this is basically a desktop monitor that I can move around, and I immediately started thinking about all the different ways that I could use this thing. So obviously, gaming was the first real test. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty and Apex lately, and playing on a handheld is a love-hate relationship. Playing on my Lenovo Legion Go 2 is nice, but the Joy-Cons are just terrible for those type of games. And on my Xbox Ally X, it's actually pretty freaking good, but I need a bigger screen. So when I need to get competitive, especially when I'm traveling, I just want a bigger screen. So I can take something like my handheld, grab it and connect it to the Blaze, and grab also an Xbox controller, and that's it. I basically built myself a little gaming station, ones like we dreamed of back in the 2000s. And this is where that 144 Hertz actually matters to me. For Call of Duty, Apex, or really anything that I'm trying to play games with as many frames as possible, I want the higher refresh rate, and going from that handheld screen to a 19-inch monitor changes the freaking game. But I have to answer to the people who are asking, Christian, then what the heck is the point of buying a handheld if you're just gonna connect it to a giant monitor? And honestly, that's exactly my point. I'm not always just gonna use it with this monitor, and most of the time, I actually don't even wanna just be bound to only having to use the handheld screen. And that's what I love about it. When I'm done playing here, I just unplug one cable, pick this thing up, and it's a handheld again. Tonight, I might play Call of Duty on my monitor. Tomorrow, I might be laying on the couch playing something completely different in a different direction on that handheld. I'm not choosing between having a handheld or having a desk setup. I can have both anywhere and at any time. And flexibility becomes even more interesting when you stop thinking about handhelds only as gaming devices. Which brings me to the second use case, building a portable computer. We have to remember that most of these handhelds are Windows-based anyways, which is what desktops typically run on. So let's say this is your only PC, or let's say that you're on a tighter budget and you've already spent all your money on something like a Lenovo Legion Go 2. Well, connect the handheld to the monitor, add a keyboard, add a mouse, and now look at this. You've basically built a desktop and I can browse, I can do work, I can open up DaVinci Resolve, and technically I can edit this whole entire video on this setup. And again, when I'm finished working, since I'm already set up, all I do is open up Steam and start gaming with a keyboard and mouse. It's just that easy and it's super cool. But realistically, this is probably where I'm personally gonna get the most use out of this Blaze outside of gaming. So I travel quite a bit for videography, and sometimes I'm gone for a few days. I obviously bring my MacBook for editing, and on that MacBook, it gets super cramped just using the MacBook screen. So when you're used to having so much real estate on a 49-inch monitor, connecting this portable monitor makes it so much easier. I can have my editing screen on the actual Mac, and I can have all my files and everything I need. So when I'm not gaming, I have that beautiful 4K resolution and QLED panel, but when I need to game, I have that 144 Hertz just like I want. And pretty much, all of a sudden, my hotel room doesn't just feel like a crappy hotel room where I can't really get anything done. It actually elevates and is no longer compromised, and my workflow can speed up again, or if I want to just hang out and play, I can. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about with the versatility and flexibility on these handhelds and using this monitor. But let's talk about the obvious thing. This thing is freaking huge, and 19 inches is definitely pushing the definition of a portable monitor. For me, I usually buy the bigger screens. For example, I have a 49-inch monitor, I have an iPad Pro 13-inch, I have the bigger iPhone, and that's the kind of portability I want, and that's great for me. But if you're someone that just uses a sling bag, then you probably want to look somewhere else, because that's not really how I would use it. So if you're like more compact, more minimal stuff, then this is not for you. But for me, I'm always using a backpack, and I'm traveling somewhere for a few days quite a bit, or staying at some kind of hotel for videography. So the 19-inch fits perfectly in this bag, and I rather sacrifice some portability because for me, a backpack is easy to just slip on and get a bigger screen. But to finish out this video and recap, this is not just about the UPERFECT monitor, it's about how amazing handhelds are and the versatility and flexibility with these handhelds, and also what it brings to us gamers. It's stuff like this that makes me enjoy handhelds so much right now, and it's the ecosystem around these things that makes it just so much fun to use. It's like rigging out a camera. I just love doing those kind of things and bringing whatever I can to these handhelds to elevate them or just make them a little bit more fun and a little bit more different. And again, it's the not being bound to just using the screen here. You can plug up to a TV, an eGPU, a desktop, take it when traveling, or even this 19-inch monitor. But I do want to ask the last question. 19-inch portable monitor, that's pretty big. You think it's too big for you? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.